Hey, spiritual girls in a material world with Kelly Sullivan Walden and Nancy T starts now.
Oh, here we are. Hello, everybody out there in Spiritual Girls in Material World Land. I am Nancy T, and I'm here with Kelly Sullivan Walden. And we are, how does that opening go? We are mixing the...
We celebrate the bling.
Oh, we celebrate the bling, the ka-ching, and the mystical and everything. And today, we're talking about this article that I'm going to read to you, and Kelly's going to respond, and it's going to be great. But it's all about being a chill girl, and maybe that need that, what is it? What do you call it? The disease to please? Isn't that what you call it, honey?
The disease. Yeah, but I don't know what a chill girl is. Okay, so
well, this is why you got to hear this article. So this is going around on Facebook, but it comes from Vogue, and you know Vogue is one of my Bibles. So let's get into that. The title is. Ooh, she's gonna Vogue while I read this. Would you Vogue? Ooh, you got to let your body.
Whatever. Al did vague.
Did you do that?
Vague.
It was his face like vague.
He did it perfect.
But the actual he was voguing to me. Oh my God.
Vague.
You know what? You gotta love Weird Al. He's still I mean,
God bless him.
Eat it, you open up your
Where would we be? Where would we be without him?
All right, so the name of the article is How I Learned to Stop Being a Chill Girl and Start Being Me. There's a picture, which I don't know if you can see the picture. The picture is not at all, it's not appealing to me. I'm not even sure.
Then why did you show it to me? That was said in my Lucy Ricardo voice. Why did you show it to me?
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, Evo. Oh.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that's Popeye. Sorry.
Oh, Popeye. They used to call me olive oil because my arms are thin. See?
Oh,
they
yeah.
Olive oil arms. And I didn't take it as a compliment. No, I'm just glad. I don't mind. You know, people think I've lost weight, even if I could gain 500 pounds, but if my arms are bare, they think I've lost weight because I have skinny arms. Full and all, y'all. Okay, so the article.
It's kind of, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just what you see and you go, oh my God.
Yeah, my arms are the skinniest part of me. There's like no muscle tone. Well, I have a little bit, but.
Oh, God. All right. So I'm going to read this article. Once again, the title is How I Learned to Stop Being a Chill Girl and Start Being Me. Some of this might
By who?
Oh, by Martine Thompson. Martine. It's a girl.
Oh.
Some of this might ruffle.
Ooh, that was quite a nostril.
And
Whoa.
so it ruffled some of mine, but here's how it goes. Somewhere along read. Oh yeah, somewhere along the track between girlhood and womanhood, I went through a phase of trying excessively hard to be the most chill, fabulously blasé person ever. Blasé, okay. The problem was I was not chill, and I hated it. I yearned to be unburdened from the anxieties of caring and to revel in the magnetism of a breezy attitude. But before I knew it, I conjured up an elusive halfway point between a desensitized robot and a whimsical movie character, a functioning fragment of myself perennially unfazed by anyone and everything. Convinced it would somehow improve my life. You've done something wildly offensive, I'll be overanalyzing for days, months, years, no worries, it's chill. I've invested in you and you're still dodging commitment like it's your national sport? Oh, it's chill. Far be it for me to enforce boundaries where my self-worth and general wellness are prioritized. Perhaps the most exhausting part of the charade was time spent watching myself through the lens of others, contorting myself into something more palatable for the next person, shouldering guilt and expectations that weren't mine to bear, and swallowing discomfort when I wanted to bellow, I'm not okay with this. Thankfully, What I eventually come to understand is that having needs and expectations doesn't make me difficult or some insatiable monster. And a fixation on being perceived as nice or so chill is a colossal waste of time. This cultural need to pathologize women who not only take the reins of their identity, but also openly engage the full range of their feelings, as a healthy human being tends to, remains a fraught battle as old as time. In the name of chillness, how many of us have become acquainted with the acrobatics needed to avoid unsavory labels like a clingy romantic partner, an unfriendly coworker, a difficult woman, not taking up too much
A
space?
biatch.
Exactly. Or making a fuss is the mandate. And frankly, it's awful. We're each so deliciously complex and messy. What better way to pay homage to these multiplicities than to feel, to express, to carve our space, to navigate as our purest self? So today and the days to come, I wish for a speedy death to the chill girl within all of us, a kiss of death to the malleable shell of ourselves surviving only on our socialized compulsion to people please, and a long and fruitful life to the woman who has patiently been waiting underneath. As the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day, and these habits won't vanish overnight. But here are 5 tried and true ways to begin ridding yourself of that chill girl trope and stifling expectations that accompany it. Get comfortable saying no. Push through the imposter syndrome. And that's where, let's see, what does it say about that? Where you're completely acting like a fraud who weaseled her way into opportunities she's undeserving of. Sometimes we think that of ourselves. And the next one is get to know yourself. Don't apologize for your quirks. Embrace them. Breathe it out. And that's what they're telling us to do. Now, they give you crazy details, and that was a long reading, so I don't want to go into it. But some of that rubbed me the wrong way because I definitely want to be chill. I want to be the girl that is undisturbed, not disturbable, as we say. I want to be the girl that's just like, you know what? I can take all of this stuff you come at me and I can still be cool. But I also want to be my own person. I want to be real. And I want to, so what do you think, Kel? What do you think of all that? Because to me, some of that, like, I know when it rubs me the wrong way, I better look at it. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Oh, I think this is there's many, many layers here, but to me, the word authentic rings true. And I feel like and I know for myself, I mean, I can relate to this girl, even though, okay, I have one memory of being, I don't know, maybe 12, maybe 13. And I was reading a book, a teenage romance or something, and it was about this girl who was so cool. And I was like, oh, I need to be more cool. And I remember for like 5 minutes, I practiced being cool. And I was like, oh God, that's going to kill me. I can't do that. That doesn't work. It's like, I'd rather be dead. It's like,
so, 5 whole minutes. You gave it
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Yeah.
And nobody even noticed. Nobody even said, wow, Kelly, you're really cool. I was like, nobody's noticing how cool I am. Oh my God.
Like 5 minutes ago, you were a rock star. Can I just say?
I was just like, I had an attitude. I had a little snarl. I was like, but all I know is that we all adopt masks. We all do. I mean, it's like, my version of the life's a stage is like life is divided into 3 chapters or 3 acts. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Act 1, we're innocent, we're wild, we're carefree, we are authentic with a capital authentic. We are like, bam, we are completely with a capital
Yeah.
Thank you. That's better than off. Right. We are like completely magical. And then somewhere down the line, we get a smack, we get a dog bite, we get a somebody who leaves us, we get something happens. And I know when I was in 6th grade, I was madly in love, and he broke up with me out of the blue. And that was like one of my first the ground opened up from underneath me. And it was like, what do I do with that? And then all of a sudden the next day at school, I had a mask. And I wouldn't say she's the cool girl. She was more of like the fine girl. Like I was so fine. And I was like,
Unruffled, right? Mhm.
Unruffled. And every time I would see him, I would just be extra perky. So he had no idea my heart was broken. Nobody knew, not even my best friends knew that I was bleeding. Anyway, we all have some kind of a act two is our mask, is the development of the mask. And towards the end of act two is the mastery of the mask, or we are a master of whatever that is. And we get to the point where it's not working anymore, or it's working so well that we just can't keep up the charade anymore. And we wish, it's like, oh my God, is this all there is? And that's the end of act two. We end act two on our knees saying, is there anything else than this? I can't go back to being the innocent girl I was, because that didn't work. I got whacked. I can't be the girl with the mask, because that doesn't feel good. I feel stifled and suffocated. So act three begins in humility. And like, okay, who am I? Thy will be done. If there is a thy will be done, like, come take me, come get me. And I feel like that's where the spiritual path begins in act three. And it can, it trickles in all the different places too. But to me, I feel like my act three has been about undoing, unbeing, like I wrote a poem about being unzipped, and that's a totally different piece than the one I just put up on Facebook, but it's related. I mean, there's a theme that's like letting go of the mask, letting go of all of that stuff. And from one perspective, trusting what's under the mask is the real self. Like, I love the Michelangelo quote when asked about how did he create the amazing sculpture of David. His response was, I didn't create David, I just freed him from the excess marble that imprisoned him.
Oh,
I feel like we are all masterpieces, and we just have, isn't that great?
I mean, yeah, that's a great way to look at it. I love looking at things in a different perspective, but this article rattled me just a little bit, because
well, how did it rattle you? What was the rattly part?
What rattled me was that it seemed like it was saying, don't be chill, that's fake. But my whole evolution has been to be chill, to be, and maybe that's not the right word.
Wouldn't you say authentic? Wouldn't you say authentic?
Yeah, but I guess I wouldn't say authentic, but what I mean is to be undisturbable, to not have the little things in life just cause such a crap, falling.
To not be a drama queen.
It's just, I want it just to be like my old therapist used to say, like water rolling up a duck's back. Just, sometimes bad things happen and sometimes things aren't so pleasant, but I can handle it. Like, I'm equipped, I'm strong, I'm capable of seeing the beauty. And so that's always been the person I want to end up being, I guess. And so to me, there's a level of chill that goes with that. A level of not being upset at every little thing that happens. So when she said, don't be chill, I'm like, what? It just felt,
you know what?
Chill. It really works. Don't be, I'm not.
Like in one of our previous episodes, I brought up the book 2150 AD, and how like on the lowest level, there was monogamy, and then in the middle there was like polyamory, and then at the highest level they go back to monogamy, but from a completely different perspective, because they know that the person they're with has everybody. So I feel like chill, it depends on what level you're at. Mm-hmm. Because you could be chill as a compensating mechanism because you're really feeling inadequate, or you're trying to just fit in, and it's an act, it's a mask.
Oh, yeah.
And from that perspective, I can agree with her saying, no, the next stage of evolution is to say, who am I really? What do I really want? And let me break all the inauthenticity. But then I think when you get to who you really authentically are, and your life matches, your insides match your outsides, then I think there is a natural chill, but it's not with the intent to let me accommodate everybody so that they'll like me. It's more of, I'm just living in harmony with the universe, and I'm happy, and I only attract people, places, and things that resonate here. And if something doesn't resonate, then it just bounces off. So it feels like it's chill, but from like one is the chill with a smaller case ch, and one is the chill with a capital ch. Ch.
And yeah, you're right. That is the goal, is that authenticity and that kind of chill. Absolutely. So then I guess I don't have to be bothered by it. If that's what she was talking about, we're just going to assume that.
Right. Well, because I think you know, because sometimes if you're chill, that means like chill with the small ch. Then you might be like, oh, I'm fine. That's cool. That's great. And then you come home and you're like, I'm not fine. Why did I say that? I can't believe I got myself into that. Then you know you were in the Toltec work. They say that the number one rule of the Toltec is don't go against yourself. And you know that you've gone against yourself if you come back to the privacy of your own space and you're like, oh my God, I sold myself out in order to be loved or liked. But you know that if you at the end of the day, if you come back home and you're like, yeah, that felt good. I felt like that was in sync. Oh,
gosh, that's the juicy stuff.
I think we need to do a part 2 of this because I've got a whole story to tell you that's related to this. So let's
wrap this up. Go ahead.
So we're going to wrap this up in a vague little bow and just say thank you so much for watching this episode of Spiritual Girls in a Material World. And if you have an opinion on this conversation, if you are a chill girl with a small ch, working toward becoming a chill girl with a large ch, then comment below. And maybe it's not chill that's your go-to thing. Maybe it's being funny or being smart or being cool or being hip or being the one that knows people or there's so many different behaviors that we can have that are like the mask. So what's yours? If you show me yours, we'll show you ours. Wait, if I show you, what? Show me yours?
We've already shown it.
Okay, we've already shown it. All right. So, but you can find us on Facebook at Spiritual Girls in a Material World. And you can find more about Nancy at A to Z with Marilyn Me. And also on Twitter and Instagram, I am Nancy T. And I am not that. I don't have an I am in front. Mine is on Facebook. It's Kelly Sullivan Walden, Dr. Dream, DOCTOR. I'm not a real doctor. I just play one on TV. I'm Dr. Dream.
Good. She's very good.
Thank you so much. Oh my God. I have to do one little plug.
Oh, here she goes. It's the plug time, people.
Plug time.
Oh my God. We're going to love it.
I don't break things down. I just have to show the First for Women magazine. This is the newish one. And in the back, it's my article's always in the back on like the 4th or 5th or 6th to the last page. Here we go. Unlock the power of your dreams.
Oh, that's awesome.
This one's about.
Is Kristen Chenoweth on the front of that book?
Yes, Kristen Chenoweth.
I had a dream about Chenoweth. There's a street called Chenoweth a long time ago. And then I saw her and I went, oh, I love her. I don't know what it has to do with anything. But since your thing is about dreams, I had to say it. So what's your article about?
You know what? We'll talk about that in the next episode. I'll leave a little teaser. Da-da-da-da-da-da. But see, there's my little face. Boom.
Oh, it's a pretty little face.
First for Women.
First for Women. It's on
Kristen
your newsstand, right?
I just like saying her name. Kristen Chenoweth.
I think it's Chenoweth.
Oh.
Like with.
Oh, I know.
You don't like
Chenoweth, right. I like saying Chenoweth.
I liked it before, but Wick now is a lot better than with. But,
oh my God. All right. Thanks for watching today. Comment below. We'll see you next time. And because of namaste and namaste.